I am Genesis, and I am from the Lutz Public Library, and I am telling the story of Sleeping Beauty. There once was a good king and queen who though had been longing for a baby, and one day their wish came true. They had a little baby girl. Normally in the kingdom, every child was given a fairy godmother who would give them a blessing, but the king's child called upon all the fairy godmothers in the land. The 7 fairy godmothers responded to the call, and they each were given a teapot made of silver with feet of gold. But even if a person is a normal person or a king, they're always going to have the unexpected. So suddenly, an 8th bad fairy came into the room. She closed herself in the outer world, growing more cruel and bitter throughout the years. But since she was not expected or invited, there was no silver teapot with feet of gold waiting for her. But the king tried his best to be polite, so she received a brass teapot instead. This made the unexpected fairy furious, so she began plotting her plan of revenge behind the curtain. But a fairy was passing by and heard her plan of revenge, so she hid behind the curtain and kept watching. When it was the blessings time, each fairy gave her a gift. One gave her the gift of poetry, one gave her a gentle heart, one gave her kindness, and one gave her beauty. But when it was the 8th fairy's turn to give a blessing, she gave a curse. She cursed Beauty for when she's 15, she will prick her finger on a spinning wheel and die. Love will not pass her by. Of hearing such a curse, this made the queen nearly faint away. But then the fairy came out from the curtain and said, "I can help. She will not die, she'll just be asleep. And 100 years will pass, she'll be awakened by a prince. Sometimes in life, all people can do is wait. She will have to wait such a time." But the king, well, thinking as a king, decided he can control his daughter's fate. So he had all the spinning wheels in the kingdom burned. This worked for 14 years. But on her 15th birthday, she set out in the woods and found a little cottage. There was an old woman using a spinning wheel. She wanted to prick her finger on it, so she stepped a bit closer and she fell into a deep sleep and could not be awakened. This made the king and queen very sad. They called the fairy and said they did not want to live life without her, so the fairy granted their wish and set everyone in the kingdom into everlasting sleep as well. 100 years passed, and the kingdom got vanished from the outside world. But one day, a young prince was traveling and saw the kingdom. Every instinct he had told him to go there. So then he came inside and saw Sleeping Beauty. He instantly found love for her and leaned closer and put his lips to her hand, and then she woke up. Everyone woke up. And the prince and the princess had a royal party, and they lived happily ever after.